So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
the game yet to
everybody,
kick off. The
today's
excitement
match.
already palpable. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So that's got things underway. Thuram making his 100th appearance here today, of course.
Yeah, something that I mentioned to him in person before the match, Peter, although it took some time to register. Pretty much the same with me on my 100th game. I was more focused on winning than anything else.
Pull it. Roberto Baggio. That's a promising position. That's good play. Driving on and making good progress.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Oh, that's fabulous. And he shoots!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, he's hit the bar! Messi. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
More and more pressure on the ball here. Pedri, not the most accurate pass. Knocks it into space. Rodri. Valencia yet to have an attempt on goal. And it's Hullet looking to pass their way up the pitch. Rodri, very much a man of this moment. And this is Messi. He is through, and Messi! Again, a brilliant save.
Another cracking save from the keeper, Peter. He's playing a blinder.
Iniesta. And Kvaratskhelia. Rodri. Rodri does really well to win the ball there. Messi in. Can he finish? Oh, crossbar! Roberto Baggio. And it's Iniesta. Spread out to the left. And the shot! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
Rijkaard. Thuram. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Here's Rodri. 30 minutes gone. And here's Baggio. And he's picked it up out wide. And it's made its way to him. And that was nowhere near his best. And he's gone looking for safety. Now, can they get him away?
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Messi. And here's Hullet. He's on. Big chance! Goal! The first significant strike.
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
Madrid have fired themselves in front.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Roberto Baggio. Rodri is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Rijkaard promptly onto that, and that is that. And it's Rodri. And Iniesta. So a temporary halt to the action. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Valencia finding themselves behind by just one goal at the break.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
So right back into the action.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Pedri. Pedri going face-to-face with his great rival. And this is Hullet. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Well, that pass isn't the best. Iniesta plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Valencia, different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Rafael Varane produces the perfect tackle there.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 8, el dorsal 23, el dorsal 30.
And that's definitely not his best.
Messi. Serán
Good work on the
sustituidos
right
por
flank here.
El dorsal 11, el dorsal 14, Eto'o.
Thuram does really well there. He is strong. Madrid appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Messi is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Can he get on the end of this? Your impressions? Oh, that is asking for trouble. He's got away.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Threads one in. Best receives it in a good position here.
Well, we've seen much better choices than that. That always looked like the wrong one.
And this is Pele. Pedri. Pedri, upright and purposeful. And it's Eto'o. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, that looks a decent... Best! Oh, it's come loose. Oh, what has happened here? Now there's a... He's having a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Valencia still have the cards to affect this game. Tries to pass it through, and this is Pele! Valencia needed that, they really needed it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Thinks about the shot. Rodri. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped. Madrid clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Now it's Messi.
Oh, great feat, that.
And he's managed to get free. Skims one in. And he's quick to get rid. Looking for a runner. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, this could be it. Pass something close to a minor miracle.
Yeah, it's not looking good, Peter. Never say never, though.
Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Pedri will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
Valencia really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Iniesta. And it's Pedri. Little pass back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
And this is Iniesta. And that's been drilled in. Vieira can clear it away. And that will be the final act. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. It is a deep, deep sea of yellow, beautifully effervescent yellow. That is what you're faced with when you come to Dortmund. Well, we're on the way.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively. But it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter. And it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the final third whenever possible. This will, of course, ask an awful lot of the centre halves and the central midfielders. who need to drop into position and cover the spaces.
Gets a good foot in there. So what can they make of this?
It's always a pleasure to see Paolo Maldini take to the pitch.
So would say anyone who... And a header! And he's done it!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
What a header! Flashed in with the crispest of contacts.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
After 7 minutes is number 22, Didier Drogba.
Valencia are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Roberto Baggio. Has a look and plays it forward. And it's Baggio. De Bruyne. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. And Drogba tries to pass it through. He can run onto that. There it, and the shot! Rodri. Iniesta. And it's Rodri. Rijkaard. Valencia are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. Roberto Baggio. Now it's Hunnit. Oh, that's delightful. And that's a throw-in. And here's Messi. And it's Pedri. Iniesta can so cleverly bypass the press.
Valencia really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
And that has left him in a heap. Well, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. And that's going to be a booking. Neymar. Now it's Drogba. Drogba. Good, strong midfield running here. De Bruyne. And he is dashing away. Now that is commitment to the cause. Borussia Dortmund with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. That has sent him sprawling. And that should get the job done. Valencia have the chance to go the other way. Varane wins the duel this time. Drogba. It's a loose ball. Neymar. Look, and takes a shot! And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Kimmich. Kimmich. Lovely feet. Now this could be a chance. Tries a shot! And no mistake. And this is getting better and better. Pressure, what pressure? He feels none of it.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
Getting up there! Goal! Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
And it's Baggio. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Opts for safety. Thuram is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Iniesta. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Well, the lethargy in their play isn't a great look, and it was very evident on that occasion.
Oh, brilliant save under real pressure. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Oh, can he get onto this? That has not gone well. Rafael Varane. Tchouaméni. Now it's Drogba. That's really well manoeuvred. Real chance here. Chance to deliver. That has been knocked clear. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second.
Displayed on the screen. Substitutions taking place.
Away we go again.
Valencia really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Pirlo, the conductor, the central piece to his team's attack. Valencia, different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in...
Whistle's gone, and the referee has given a penalty. Valencia present their opponents with the best possible chance here. The chance to pull further clear. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. The time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Well, he dipped into a world of focus then and dismissed any distraction.
Borussia Dortmund now in a position far more desirable.
You can certainly sense a real change of mood here. Now the crowd are demanding that they just finish this off.
Drogba does really well to win the ball there. Just about within shooting range. And that will sail harmlessly past.
Yeah, it seemed the right range, and I guess it was worth a try.
Tchouaméni. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
And he's found a way past. Oh, now it's Neymar! No, that wasn't kidding anyone.
Yeah, and I don't think there was much wrong with his vision, nor his decision-making.
Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Desai. Rodri. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Rijkaard.
The attendance for this match was 62,005.
Valencia perhaps contemplating their next change here. Messi ventures forward. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Zanetti making good progress. Oh, they could break here. Chouameni, Drogba. Pirlo. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
The defence opting here for strength in numbers. Spread it left. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. And it's Rodri. He's being chased here by an unwelcome guest. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Chooses to go crossfield. It's gone out for a throw-in. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now it's Drogba. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Rodri for Iniesta. And he's picked it up out wide. Hazard touches it back. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Rijkaard. It's a really well-measured ball. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Well, for me, Peter, I think it's all too pedestrian and slow. They need a large injection of purpose now.
Chouameni, passes coming off in quick succession here. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And now the breakaway. Iniesta. Hazard, over to the right flank. Oh, nice touch. And this is Hazard. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund.
It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this. They're taking a moment to consider their options.
Drogba. Coming on the field, number 12, Tanker. Number 20, Sterling. Substitution.
Vitinha receives it in a wide position. They've played it short. Very nicely done. Oh, good take and a good... Vitinha! Oh, split-second reaction.
Vitinha is offering a wry smile there.
Corner number 2 then. Vitinha plays it short. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Desai. Hazard just eases him off the ball. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Pirlo is strong enough. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Added time going up here. It's 3 minutes. Timber with the slide tackle there.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Shapes to shoot! And I think we're done. Yes, we are done. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a better team on the day.
Please make
You look back on the game then, Jim.
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this...
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So it's away we go then. Well, it's fair to presume, I suppose, that Lionel Messi will, as almost always, Jim, be carrying a huge burden of expectation here.
Yeah, but it won't bother him at all, Peter. He just delivers without fail time and time again, and often in a way only he can.
Absolutely. So I wonder what the little magician will have in store for us today.
Well, all I shall say is expect the unexpected.
Oh, he's been caught napping. Pull it. And this is Bergkamp. Pull it. Kvarac goes for a shot. Goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
The angle was unkind, but he has hit the spot.
Well, all I can say is that he did very well to squeeze it in near post. He didn't have much to aim at.
Madrid are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Messi goes short. Great chance! And no mistake. And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
We're looking at a different game now.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
And it's Messi. This might spell danger. Gavi showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Bergkamp. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. That has not gone well. Paredes. And it's Paredes. Madrid are looking to break at pace. It's a pretty loose pass. Rodri. Iniesta plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Messi. Now it's Aguero. Now, can they get him away? He's having a shot! And he's stuck it away! And the comeback is complete! There was to be only one outcome.
Well, he always had the measure of the keeper there. Such confidence and composure.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
And here's Hullet. Wriggles his way through. And he's real chance! Oh, super goal! A finish right from the top draw. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
It is compelling, this, utterly compelling.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost foot.
And this is Shevchenko. Oh, he's caught him in or out. The referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick. Cucurella has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident.
I gave him a decision to make, Peter. Concede the foul or expose his keeper to a one-on-one encounter.
Messi is standing over this one.
I think there's actually a...
Messi!
Oh, well done for him to take the shot on. He did at least hit the target.
Desai. Pedri, who can single-handedly make a difference. And it's Hullet. Now it's Messi. Gavi. Oh, that's superb. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Iniesta. Hullet looking to add to his goal. And it's Bergkamp. Now it's Shevchenko. Now it's Aguero. And here's Messi. Now the ball's gone astray. Musiala. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Pedri, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Musiala. And it's Gavi. Now it's Shevchenko. Looking for options for movement. So, a temporary halt to the action. Valencia are involved in a terrific contest here. It's been a slugfest and a half. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, it's been playing at such a frenetic pace. I'm amazed it's only been 45 minutes. I'm wondering whether these players are going to be able to maintain that energy.
Well, it has been a high-octane first half, full of action, both sides with 2 goals going in at half-time.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
Valencia get the ball rolling in the second half. Hazard. Valencia do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Musiala. That has been slung wide. Shevchenko. Iniesta. Kvaratskhelia picks it up out wide. He's found the way through. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Aguero. And this is Shevchenko. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Hazard. Played out to the left flank. Iniesta. Cucurella is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Cucurella. And Iniesta. Cucurella. Desai. Cucurella. Kvaratskhelia going face-to-face with his great rival. And it's Iniesta. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Alexander-Arnold did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Well, I think that move petered out due to a lack of urgency. There was no cutting edge.
Messi taking charge of the dead ball. Decent hit from there. Pedri. Valencia do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Not the most accurate pass. Musiala, and the counter is on. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Well, that is one way to stop him. Hazard. Oh, that's well spotted. Over to the right flank. And this is Messi. He's had a shot! Oh, crossbar! Oh, wonderful effort, all by himself.
Messi can really show some outlandish skills, which is always welcome and obviously refreshing.
Gavi. To Messi. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Shevchenko. Iniesta. Gavi. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And this is Hullet. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Messi. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Knocks it out wide. Paredes. Paredes!
Madrid really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved. Messi clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
El dorsal 5, Agüero. Serán
Paredes.
sustituidos por el dorsal 22.
And it's Gavi.
El dorsal
Rodri
23.
gives no
Se va a
quarter
realizar un
whatsoever.
cambio de jugadores.
And the return pass. And it's Azar. Yamal. Terrific effort! And it's in! And the game is well and truly turned on its head! He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
I just think this has been a lesson in character, togetherness and composure. I think most teams would have crumbled by now, but this refusal to give up is brilliant.
Dembele, he's picked his way through. Tries to play it through.
Madrid really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks and sustain some pressure.
Valencia, moments now away from seeing this one out. Vitinha. Spread to the right. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Valencia have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it. The end of the game. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. There's the whistle, and here we go. Romario, Jim, he hardly needs any introduction, does he? He's been there, done it all at the very highest level.
Yeah, one of the most prolific strikers ever and a real genius inside the penalty box. And he does it all with a style and a certain panache that's unique to him.
And here's the chance to counter. Looking for options for movement. Lahm delivers. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. So he's plotting something before playing it in. Impressive jump! Deftly away. And it's Messi. Rodri. And here's Hullet. Closing in on goal. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. And the shot! There it is!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more. Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
Spain finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Messi. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? And he has been fouled there. There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Valencia leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Vieira makes a dash for it. Is having a shot! Ibrahimovic finds himself offside. Rijkaard. Valencia already with the upper hand and looking to turn it into something close to dominance. Now it's Iniesta, and he's picked out the run. Hullet! Ruud Hullet! That is just a piece of art! That is a gem! An absolute gem! They are purring, truly purring.
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
Valencia are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Rodri, a player who needs no introduction. Roberto Baggio. Rodri. Passing is crisp and sharp. Here's Vitinha. And this is Hullet. Nesta deals with that comfortably. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Not the most accurate pass. And it's Baggio. Rodri. Great ball, and he's in here! Well, that has not gone well. Engages and forces him off the ball. Strong running down that left flank. And he's in on goal! Shapes to shoot! And that's it. So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. There's the whistle.
It's an honour, Peter, to be in the presence of Roberto Baggio.
Well, there've been a few pretenders down the years, but surely he is still the true prince of Italian football.
Without a doubt, something about him just inspires confidence. He plays with a different brand of passion, a mindset all of his own. A maverick.
The very best in the business. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Now it's Messi. Now it's Seedorf. Now it's Iniesta. Can he finish? It's in!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And it's Iniesta. Gets a good foot in there. Iniesta showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now it's Seedorf.
Bale really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry, and it's been given away. And he's managed to get free. Iniesta. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And this is... And Messi! Messi! Genius! A finish right from the top draw. And they're threatening to fly away here. A truly super goal. What a spiky hit that was.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot around the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
Spain are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department. Valencia really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Zico is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. And he's had it nicked away. He's being urged to shoot. Rodri did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Seedorf with a definite foul there. Desai. Here's Rodri. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Desai. And it's Iniesta. Great vision. Big chance! And that is quite wonderful! That is a gem! An absolute gem!
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
Shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
That's where it came from. And he thumps it clear.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Played out to the left flank. He has a look up. Can he finish? Oh, he's been... This time, surely! That was superb goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Spain with the corner. They're first. Tries to get it clear. Nice interception, well timed. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Desai. Iniesta conjures time and space where few can. Rodri. Opts for safety. And it's Rodri. Roberto Baggio. That is good strength. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Pedri. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And it's Zico. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Now it's Bale. And this is Messi. Messi! And he has kept it out somehow.
Messi clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And the keeper's given it away. Iniesta. Rodri. Iniesta makes a dash for it. And he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick.
Well, they're struggling to cope with a pacey dribble because they've not been at it as a team. I think the collective pressure needs to be better all round.
Perhaps the final meaningful act of the first half. Great chance here to level it up. Well, that is a good ball to find him. Zico. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Roberto Baggio. And here's Hullet. He's had it taken off him. And the referee has signalled for half-time. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 24 será sustituido por el dorsal 77, Hazard.
Down to business again.
Valencia really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too...
And sent off! Cannavaro is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. Valencia different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
And it's Iniesta. He's in plenty of space here. Rodri. Now it's Hazard. Threads one in. Real chance! It's a goal! They have come roaring back!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
Well, what a game we have on our hands here.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Now the delivery. Cucurella getting this one clear. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Zico! Goal! Spain! And they're back in front. And wow, he has given that a right old hit.
That was magnificent. The way he caught it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
En el minuto 63, el dorsal 8.
Spain with the lead. Valencia perhaps contemplating their next change here. Azar is, of course, well known for his dancing feet. Iniesta. Here's Rodri. Iniesta. And here's Hullet. And it's Messi. Taken back almost at once. And here's Hullet. Kvaratskhelia. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Kvaratskhelia. Iniesta. To Hazard. Hazard running with intent. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Pedri. Yaya Toure is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Cannavaro clears it away. 75 minutes played. Oh, it's Seedorf. And that pass just didn't quite work.
Spain clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
No way through. Pedri. And here's Bale. Now it's Hazard. He's found a way past. Valencia could be just about done here.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
Bale gets flagged offside.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El
So
dorsal
changes
4,
afoot here, and
el
from
dorsal
both
8,
sides.
El dorsal 18. Iniesta. El
Cucurella
dorsal
is
16.
looking to influence the game
Serán
from out wide,
sustituidos por
and it's
El
Azar.
dorsal 20. El
Vitinha.
dorsal 21. El dorsal 11.
And it's
El
Cannavaro.
dorsal 2. Xavi. Se va a
Pele.
realizar un cambio de jugadores.
Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Chance! What a save from Peter Schmeichel!
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Gullit with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Cannavaro. Xavi. And this is Bergkamp. Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. 2 minutes to be added on, and that could set him on his way. No, that's been intercepted. Ball's played through, pass somewhat off target. He's got away. They are queuing up to have a go here.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this. This is a Hollywood or bust corner. The final whistle is up next.
That's the end. Valencia can justifiably find this a hard one to swallow. They gave it their all, but ultimately they have fallen just short against an opponent prepared to go toe-to-toe until the end.
Se informa a los espectadores que deban abandonar.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So off we go then. Hugo Lloris, Jim, undoubtedly one of France's best ever, and surely one of the most dependable pairs of hands there have been.
Yeah, and he's been playing at the top level from a very young age, and the qualities that got him there have continued to serve him really well.
Is there a sense in which he belongs to a sort of older generation of keepers?
Well, I think he bridges the gap between the new and the old. He's certainly quick off the mark and commands his box, a bit like a sweeper. But it's fair to say, too, he's not known for his distribution or his ability to build from the back.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And there's his chance to lead the counter. And here's Messi. Space for him to turn and look. No way through, so back it comes. Bergkamp. And it's Pirlo. Knocks it out wide. Bale. Bale. Impressive jump! And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
Well, just too much pressure on him in the end, Peter.
Rijkaard. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Goes for a shot! And he nearly went all the way.
Pedri can really show some outlandish skills, which is always welcome and obviously refreshing.
Desai. Rijkaard. Rodri, very much a man of this moment. He's had it taken off him. Now it's Van Basten. Well, that looks a decent ball. So it is still 0-0. Iniesta. Engages and forces him off the ball. And it's Rodri. Cruyff. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Rodri running with the ball. That's good play. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And it's Iniesta. Cannavaro pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Pedri. Here's Rodri. Iniesta. And here's Hullet. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. No, not quite on the same... Oh, he's been caught napping! Rodri has been caught there, it's a foul. Cannavaro. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Just eases him off the ball. Half an hour played now. And that's clear cut, it's a free kick. Desai. Rodri has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Bergkamp. Well, they're certainly pressing with purpose here. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Oh, the ball's gone astray. And it's Rodri. This is a promising build-up.
Hullet really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Some really good ball movement. And anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. Pedri. And it's Rodri. And here's Bergkamp.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Rijkaard did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Hullet. Nedved gets over and intercepts.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Looking for the far post. Ajax with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Messi goes short. Bale's cross. Terrific effort!
There will be one
It's
minute
loose
added
now and they
time.
want to get it back. Pirlo.
This is the time you need that pace.
And it's half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. How would you review the first half?
Well, I think despite the scoreline, there's only one team in it. They might not have made the most of their chances so far, but I see no signs of frustration creeping in. Maybe a bit of fine-tuning during the break, and they should get their reward in the second half.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time.
Substitution.
Down to business again. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Valencia do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Rodri conjures time and space where few can. Bale. And this is Van Basten. And this is Van Basten. Good read, needed to be. Desai is very much of the non-shall-pass school of defending. Rodri, driving forward. Rodri cuts a frustrated figure right now, he just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Now, can they get him away? Company cuts it out. Nedved. And the counter is on. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, they can break here. Good running, strong and purposeful. And it's Van Basten. Oh, that's fabulous. Hullet. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Rodri. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Now it's Hullet. And he's got... And Hullet! And he hits the net! What are you thinking about the goal?
I love the technique in that finish. There was a concentration to keep it down.
The goal scorer after 65
Valencia
minutes.
are in front now, the game's only goal.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
And it's Iniesta. And here's Hullet. Cruyff. Ajax are looking to break at pace. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Baresi does really well to win the ball there. Now it's Hazard. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Great vision. Now it's come to nothing. Pirlo is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Hullet is fouled.
Substitution for Ajax. Number 2.
So we have movement on both benches.
Number 22, Iniesta.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick.
Number 15, Gerrard. Number 20, Pele. Number 25, Sola. Substitution in progress.
Desai. Kvaratskhelia turns back here, probably the best option. That's Vieira. Gerrard. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Pele. Messi. This might spell big chance! It's hit the upright. And that could come back to haunt them.
He really didn't cover himself in any glory. His finishing let him down when he needed it most.
It's their second corner of the game. Messi plays it short. And this is Pirlo. Shoots! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And this is Cruyff.
Ajax really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped. Ajax really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
He's got away. Baresi, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Now it's Pele. That's good running with the ball. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking. Well, the players are flocking round their fallen colleague, and they look worried.
It's just a silly one to give away at this stage of the game.
Now, this could be a pivotal moment. Dying minutes, free kick, great position.
This is the sort of thing he craves, a chance to make a telling impact.
Sola! Oh, smart save, he had plenty to do.
Absolutely terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. And there goes the final whistle. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride.
I'd like
So
to draw
Jim,
your
how do you
attention to
reflect
the
on
screen.
what we've... Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So it's down to business here. Aaron Seedorf, he's a leader, he's a schemer, a controller, he's certainly a winner, he's all of those things, and he's much, much more.
I'll take it a step further. He's a serial winner on the European scene. In fact, it's that pedigree which I see as his greatest quality. He knows exactly what it takes to be a match winner, and he'll go about doing exactly that.
It's a good run down the right. He slings it in. Deftly away. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Passing nice and neat. Well read, nice interception. Cucurella. Pressing high and with purpose. Seedorf. Played out towards the right. And there's the shot! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Yep, certainly could have been something so much more.
Rodri. Iniesta. And it's Cucurella. That's a good run down the left. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Messi. Oh, such a clever touch. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Desai. That's Maldini. Now it's Mbappe. That has not gone well. Quarter of an hour played. That's good running with the ball, and he's there to make the challenge. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle, stopped him dead in his tracks. And here's Baggio. That has been slung wide. Thuram is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Valencia, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Now it's Roberto Baggio. Mbappe! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Messi plays it short. Now it's Messi. That's tidy. Thuram. Great vision. He's onside. And it's been hooked away. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Cannavaro. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Almost half an hour in now. Cucurella. And it's Cucurella. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking. Rodri. And it's Pedri. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Messi. Well, that looks a decent ball. He is through here. Messi has it out wide and in space. Oh, well played, well played. Couldn't squeeze it through. Vieira. Now it's Mbappe. Decent chance! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Mbappe actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Corner number 2 then. They've played it short. And it's Thuram. And here's Messi. Thuram has the space to scheme. And he's gone looking for safety. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. He's got away. That's very neat. Pedri. Iniesta. Rodri can see things others simply cannot. So much time and space here. Not the most accurate pass. And here's Messi. Maldini did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Rodri attempts a clearance. And it's Seedorf. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Roberto Baggio. Can he get on the end of this? And the referee says that is that for the first half. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 24, el dorsal 4 serán sustituidos por el dorsal 77.
And here is the first touch of the second half.
20.
Both sides defensively robust up to now. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Roberto Baggio. And here's Mbappe. He is just caressing the ball. Flings in across. No way through, so back it comes. He's being urged to shoot. There's the shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Oh, full marks for that effort.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Cucurella. Valencia do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
Now it's Pelé.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And that has been knocked clear.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Oh, that's a key interception. Quality ball. And here's Mbappe. And he's got away from him. And the shot! Just off target.
Oh, he got lots of power behind that, just couldn't quite get it on target.
Cucurella is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Rodri. Valencia perhaps contemplating their next change here. And here's Kvaratskhelia. And it's Rodri. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Azar. Here's Rodri. Iniesta. Azar. It's Azar! And he couldn't quite find the target.
Just couldn't quite control it. Nothing wrong with the height and the contact.
Vieira. And it's Baggio. Shifted it to the flank. Played back into the centre. Cucurella. Swung over. Now he's off and running. That's Cannavaro. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Messi. Played towards the other side. Oh, nicely intercepted. Thuram. And here's the chance to counter. Messi has it in a wide position. Messi making good progress on the right-hand side. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And it's Maldini. Very nicely done. And it's Seedorf. And this is Roberto Baggio. And here's Mbappe. Chance! It's a goal! Finally, the deadlock is broken.
What a time to take the lead. But now comes the dilemma of whether you ought to hold on or go for it again and try and extend your advantage. That's always been the harder option, in my experience. Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 16.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. You felt it was coming. 1-0.
You have to credit the desire we've just seen here, Peter. The desire to stick to your task and keep on chipping away. Some might have backed off, but not this lot. This is very impressive.
Kvaratskhelia. Valencia are running out of time and out of options.
Yeah, it's not looking good, Peter. Never say never, though.
Schmeichel gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted.
Valencia really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Spread it left. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Valencia really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
And it's Messi. Showing great feet there.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Cruyff quietly revving up. Now that's well seen too. He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, that's neat. And the shot! And there goes their last chance. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes...